Oh, yeah. See, we plan ahead. That way we don't do anything right now. Earl explained it to me.
Now, say my name.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Deadwire Live, Saturday night. Might be doing a little ASMR kind of sexy thing. I'm here with Kevin. No Chad, no Steve, but we're going to get all sexy on you guys tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it, Kevin. All right, Kevin, have you been watching anything this week or playing any fun video games? What you got going on, brother?
Oh, man. I've been trying to beat the new Lego Star Wars game. Like, it's been out for a couple
you've been
years.
mentioning that.
And I beat it, but I never platinumed it. And I've platinumed all the other Lego games. And this one is
PS3 or PS4 version. What exactly are you playing?
This is the PS5.
This is on PS5. Okay, I did not know.
They redid all the Lego games, or all the Lego Star Wars games.
Fuck yeah.
Yes. The levels are different, but they're beautiful. They're a lot of fun. They changed the gameplay quite a bit, but it's still familiar enough that, like there's no red bricks for your codes and stuff like that, or your cheats.
Oh,
you have to unlock Kyber bricks, which
like a Kyber crystal. Oh fuck no.
Yes, and you have to
bleed that like an acolyte crystal, baby.
You have to beat all these puzzles to unlock them and get them. And I was telling you earlier, I played for about 3 hours today, and I unlocked like 30 of them and deleted everything I did. I was like, fuck.
You must be playing Star Wars Outlaws and Lego version is what's going on with you.
Felt like it, which that makes me sad. Like, I was all excited for like hopefully a good Star Wars game. No, I guess not. That
full disclosure, everybody, before we recorded, Kevin and I were talking about like stuff we were doing today and what we were dealing with. And one of the things I brought up is he brought up Lego Star Wars and his issues, and I brought up Star Wars Outlaws and the issues for all of you early access fans. Legitimately, I'm sorry for all of you for having to deal with a rollback on all of your fucking progress for like the last like 4 fucking days. That's fucking stupid to me. And here I am just wanting to do New Game Plus on Stellar Blade, and I'm still waiting to get back to it. But now that I'm back in Arizona, back in my happy place, I'm gonna get back to it. Just had to watch a couple things with my wife. We've been watching The Crown season 6. We're finally wrapped up. Good show, great acting. Not so great on the ending, but the last episode was pretty good. And then she wanted to watch Inside Out Part 1, which was a good movie, but it's not one of my favorite Pixar movies, and she was a little disappointed in me. So yes, everybody, my wife is disappointed in me for not loving Inside Out. It's okay. It's okay. She can love the movie. We can disagree sometimes. It's all right.
She was also disappointed in me for not liking Napoleon Dynamite, and I felt
I'm still disappointed in you, and you're still employed with me.
Well, I saw a guy at the movie theater today. I went to pick up a gift certificate for my son's friend.
Oh, there you go.
There was a gentleman working in there that I guess must have been like 16, 17 years old. Looked just like Napoleon, but had like a Campbell Soup Kid fucking haircut. And it's like you wanted to slap the haircut off of him and tell him the 80s called they want their shit back.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I did that movie. It's not the worst thing I've watched this week, but it is. The worst thing I watched was binging Harley Quinn season 4. I'm kind of like, this isn't as good as season 2.
Ooh, somebody turned the corner on Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Kite Man's actually better this season. I was like, oh, how the hell that happened?
Oh, no, you didn't.
I did. Chuck's having a much better season than Harley.
Damn, bro. Throwing shade on Harley.
Anyway, yeah, that was about it. And then the only other thing I started watching is our next TV show, which I don't know if we've announced it to anybody yet, but it's going to be Friday the 13th, the series.
Season 1, everybody.
Almost made it through the pilot today, barring my kids is like, hey, Dad, hey, Dad, hey, Dad. Fuck, man, it's nothing like War of the Worlds yet, even though I'm just in the pilot and I've got plenty to complain about. I love it so much, dude. Like that intro had me, totally had me.
You know, I think we're going to be okay for about 2 seasons. Once we hit season 3, it's going to be kind of a time to end this shit.
We'll do one season every year. That's how that works.
Yep, but that's what September is going to be, everybody. This is kind of a soft announce for everybody tuning into our Deadwire live stream here. We're going to be doing Friday the 13th month, bitches. So we're going to do Friday the 13th, part 2, 3, 4, and 6. And then we're going to roll into October with Never Hike Alone, part 1 and part 2. And we will have some fun guests along the way. So please stay tuned to all of our movie reviews. Yep, we're hitting show mode right now. So if you're not down with that, get out of here. We don't want you anyway.
Fuck off.
But we're also going to be doing on our Nostalgia TV, the Graveyard Shift of Forgotten Television, everybody. We're going to be doing Friday the 13th, season 1. We're going to be splitting it up into 2 parts. So we're going to be doing the first 12 or so episodes. Then we're going to do the second half. And then we're going to have a fun time talking about that. October, I'm going to spoil it already. If you are a Crypt Keeper fan, you're going to want to stay tuned for our Forgotten TV shows episode on that one, because the Graveyard is coming alive in October, baby.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes.
It'll be a great fucking fall, dude. I'm excited.
Fall is for horror, and horror is our wheelhouse.
Damn right, and that's why November, we're kind of picking our brains on our Facebook group, and internally, we're discussing what we want to do. We had an idea initially, but we might be sticking with horror, so stay tuned for that. We'll announce that in a couple of weeks, though.
Yeah, one way or the other, you guys will be happy, I promise.
Goddamn right, and you could take that to the S-Mart.
S-Mart? Oh, S-Mart, yes, S-Mart.
Shop smart, shop S-Mart.
S-Mart. We'll get to S-Mart later.
Goddamn right we will, bro. All right, you want to hit us off with the headline?
All right, let's start off with the happy entertainment news. So, SAG Antifa, one. We always start off with like obituaries and shit like that. So it's like,
let's just do it. It's fine. Fucking SAG after.
They are one step closer to giving the finger to AI and the studios and shit like that. Basically, a bill is passing through California that's going to limit what AI could, or what studios can do in AI without asking the actor's permission. So, best of luck to them for that, or with that.
Good luck, Gavin. You're gonna need it, bro.
I don't like AI. I never have. It sucks. It's horrible.
Well, it's basic at this point. It's just a goddamn tool, and the number of people who know how to actually use this fucking thing is like on the count of my hand. Everybody else is just treating it like it's some sort of memeology, is what it is, and that's fine too. You want to treat it like a meme. You want to treat it like GIFs, whatever you want to fucking call it. And don't start that argument with me, you AEW fans. It's a fucking GIF, god damn it. But like, you know, it's a fucking tool. We're still years away from this being legit. But once we get to that time, then we're going to need to be ready. And this is where that kind of argument comes in with Variety, SAG-AFTRA. They want to get ahead of this before it becomes a legit problem. Now, some estates have already signed off on doing this. If any of you watched Alien Romulus, you already know what I'm about to fucking say. That was fucking horrible. They shouldn't have signed off on it, but the estate got their check. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yes. Well, good for them. We got another.
They cashed the check before it bounced. Just saying. Thanks,
it bounced.
It bounced.
It's a Fox check. I mean, it's a Disney check at this point. So, I mean, it shouldn't bounce terribly. It's not one of the Star Wars checks.
No, not unless those stocks plummet further.
We'll
Come on,
see.
Bob. Let's hit down to 20 so I can actually buy some.
Yeah. Anyway, they were expensive when we were kids, man. I remember they're like,
hey, I want to retire on dividends just like everybody else does.
no shit. I just
Fucking
want to
A.
retire.
Anyway,
Anyway, on the happier news, we'll move on to the 4K market is getting the Mexico trilogy. If you're unfamiliar with the Mexico trilogy, that is Robert Rodriguez's El Mariachi, Desperado, and Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Hell yeah, bro.
If you're only familiar with 2 out of those 3, it's probably because you're white. Anyway,
and you've only watched Desperado for 2 reasons, and both of those are Salma Hayek.
Or on Salma Hayek. Yes.
Hold on, let me grab a towel. If we're gonna be putting up some Salma Hayek, I need to get ready here.
I have no Salma Hayek pictures. I'm sorry, but I'm excited because
you failed me.
For as goofy as Once Upon a Time in Mexico is, I truly love this franchise. Like, I don't care how silly it got, how comic bookish it was, and very much digital violence. It was still fun. It was still stupid, and very much a Robert Rodriguez movie. So I'll never say an unkind word about this trilogy, and I'm definitely getting this one.
Oh, hell no. And he freely admits, I used Spy Kids to help get all of these movies completely finished. Yes, he did El Mariachi before he did any of those, and he did Desperado, but it helped get him Once Upon a Time in Mexico, with stars a blind Johnny Depp. And I like all 3 of these movies so much. I still need to like get this ordered and get this in. It's apparently in stock now, so if you're trying to order it,
cool.
We'll put a link down below in our description where we have an Amazon affiliate page. It kicks us back a few cents if you order through Amazon. Totally cool if you do. If you don't, no worries. We're not trying to shill too bad here. But like, this trilogy is dope as shit. I really like El Mariachi. It's a great independent film for Robert. And then Desperado just kicks all sorts of ass. Once Upon a Time in Mexico, I gotta admit, that's pretty badass, even though it doesn't really fit the second one. But you feel the ramp up of the trilogy as it goes along, and it just ends there. And that's totally cool.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is Once Upon a Time in Mexico is part 4. They skip part 3 with like mild flashbacks to part 3 in Once Upon a Time in Mexico. And you're like,
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Salma Hayek is dead in Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but she's in the movie several times.
Oh,
like it references how she gets killed.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay, I actually
it's so weird.
Damn it, you actually know more about this than I do, and I thought it was the other way around. I need to watch these again. Guess I need to order this bad boy.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
I'm a little behind. I was in Wisconsin for a few weeks, so
it's okay. This just got announced the other day, so and yeah.
I'm totally excited, and it's an Arrow set. Bring it. I'm gonna order it. I'm gonna have it in the collection. Then I can finally get rid of my shit Blu-rays.
I still have my shit DVDs that have the 10-minute cooking school on it, dude.
Keep some of those, because some of those extras don't get ported over, from what I understand, to these to this 4K / Blu-ray set. Now, from what I understand, there's only one of these movies that's in 4K. I don't know which one though. I only heard about this like yesterday. Like, there's only one 4K in this set. The rest of these movies are on Blu-ray due to what they could do with the original prints for, like, El Mariachi is not one of them. I don't know if it's Desperado or Once Upon a Time that's actually in 4K, but all of these are on Blu-ray in the best format they can. The one that is in 4K apparently looks really good. I'm sorry, I haven't followed up too much on that. I didn't know you were bringing this up, but hey, this set looks fucking dope to me, and I'm on board with it.
I have a few surprises, so I'll apologize for this one and many more in advance. So, but yeah,
that's cool.
Definitely pick this one up. This is going to be a fun one. If you ever get a chance to see any of these on the big screen, definitely hit it up, because they are like explosive fucking movies.
Dude, like Desperado. I mean, I know we make the jokes about Selma, but that movie is fucking awesome. And that's what put Antonio Banderas on the goddamn map, is what that did. He's great in that movie. And there's such good character arcs and character studies. And like, if you want to know why Robert Rodriguez keeps getting gigs, look at these fucking movies and you will understand exactly what people see in him. Don't watch the Spy Kid movies to see, like, why does this guy get jobs? No, he does those because they're fun and they make money. He does those so he can make these kind of movies, and then he can also work on something, say, like From Dusk Till Dawn with Quentin Tarantino and everybody else.
Yeah. So Robert's the man, dude.
But, I love Robert. He helped actually put out the network. Oh God, what is it called?
El Rey?
El Rey, which had Lucha Underground, a wrestling organization, on it. They had From Dusk Till Dawn, the TV series, on it. It's a great goddamn network. I don't know if it's still around. It's been a couple years since I paid attention, but him putting that out was totally worthwhile for me at that time. I was on board with that. I like Robert. I totally want him to return to some horror roots, though. I want him to get away from, like, that Ghost in the Shell movie. Just saying.
I missed that one.
Or, I'm sorry, Alita Battle Angel.
Oh. Yeah.
Which he did very good with that. I just wish he had a little more freedom with it. That's all.
Yes. Well, that's par for the course with studios anymore.
Damn right.
So, but I know we don't have Steve Fodor with us tonight, but you want to see some popcorn buckets?
Yep. So we can learn how to fuck it.
Honestly, I don't think I'd want to fuck either of these tonight.
Dude, I so want this goddamn popcorn bucket, and none of the places around here had it. And my wife and I went off to a movie the other night, and they had none of this shit there. And I'm like, I thought they'd have it, and they didn't.
I looked today, and I was like, well, I'm supposed to be getting a gift certificate, but a popcorn bucket is kind of cool.
Hey, if you're there and you see it, like, dude, fucking get it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have said no. So, but I mean, this one is much bigger than it looks. This is probably the biggest popcorn bucket I've seen so far, and it looks really cool.
Next to the Alien Romulus popcorn bucket, which apparently was pretty sizable.
Okay, yeah, I could see that one being big. I don't know how much
this one actually lights up.
Oh, that's right. So it lights your shit on fire.
Yeah, so you put popcorn in it and you turn it on, and boom, there goes your movie room, everybody.
Now,
burnt popcorn. Love that.
This will be for the re-release of the Batman.
Yep.
Which I don't want to go see. I still haven't seen it in general, so I'm like, I don't know. You know what?
Thanks, Bureau.
Oh, you already turned it off. We should at least try to fuck it. But here's where I may have to draw the line, and I'll pass over to you on this one. An Art the Clown popcorn bucket just seems like it's the wrong kind of bucket to fuck it. I don't.
Oh, here, let me show you how it works. No,
So this will be for Terrifier 3. This comes out what, next month or the month after?
No, Terrifier 3 is coming out in a few weeks.
Okay. So yeah,
I can double check on that while you're looking that up here. I know we're gonna be having like the trailer reaction soon, so
yeah.
Let's see here. Riveting podcasting, everybody. Woohoo!
I know. Okay, so I'll describe it. This looks like a normal popcorn bucket. So I'm guessing the hole is in the bottom.
October 11th, everybody. That's the day after my wife's birthday. God damn it. She ain't going to it. She's already admitted whenever that date is, just fucking go. So maybe not the day of her birthday, but like I'll be seeing this very shortly after.
Like, are there razor blades that come with it? I don't know.
I don't know. I could use a little extra shave on the side of a couple things. Here, let me take a peek. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Probably not sponsored by Manscaped, everybody.
Manscaped. I don't know. I've not seen any of these, so I can't say I'm super excited to see the third. It doesn't make me that much more excited that it's a Christmas film. But again, Christmas horror is naughty, so it makes me smile one way or the other. So I can't complain about it.
Well, this is basically Art the Clown just kind of dressing up as Santa. I don't know if it's truly going to be set in like, Christmas time, but just seeing him like this, he started in the movie All Hallows Eve. Then he got his own Terrifier 1 and 2 movie. And while I've seen All Hallows Eve, I've seen enough of the other ones to know like these movies are pretty gnarly, especially the fucking Terrifier 2. If you aren't down with some gnarly horror slasher movies, this ain't your franchise, everybody. I'm just telling you. But like, I know our buddy Justin, Star Wars Marvel Purist, please check out his channel if you like Star Wars and Marvel stuff. He's got some great content. He's got some great takes on some horror movies most of the time. But shout out to him. He's one of our mods on this channel, so kudos to him. But like, we're going to be doing a trailer review. Kevin, did you want to get into that, or did you want to do that a little bit later?
Let's do it, baby.
All right. That'll take just one moment to get that going. And because I have that bookmarked on Twitter, I don't have it off of YouTube at all. But let me get that going. Oh, nope.
See, that's what happens when I bookmark shit on Twitter too.
We professionals, everybody.
Well, the last time I bookmarked shit on Twitter, Disney almost sued us.
Yeah, fuck Disney. They don't sue our ass. It'll be Warner Brothers.
They're not the only ones that's going to be suing them.
All right.
Their ass is going to be sued.
All right. Terrifier 3, everybody. We're going to do it right up and right on. And Damien, I'm fucking excited, dude. I haven't actually watched this all the way through. I've watched like the first 5 seconds.
You survived the most famous serial killer since Jack the Ripper. The 5-year anniversary is coming up.
Daddy life.
I have to go back to the Terrifier. It's still buried there, isn't it? Might be the only thing that could stop them.
Huh.
Oh my fucking god, I want to see this now.
I've been avoiding it because I hear it's torture porn, but it's like, golly, that looks fun.
Fun, smiles, and
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
It looks fun. There was a lot of booby you could see. There was a lot of the chainsaw really had me. And his mannerisms, I like those. That's a fine touch.
Right on, everybody. Hey, we got you on the horror. We got you on the sci-fi. We might talk about a few other things on this show, but we do love to talk about these bad boys. Gnarly as fuck. Pink fuck. Ash versus Evil Dead, everybody. Let's go.
Oh, the pink fuck. Still need to get that ketamine so I can make that drink. But anyway.
Dude, I was about to make the same damn joke. I was watching that while I was making clips for our new intros coming up.
Oh, man. One day that's how I'm going to end up dying, is by drinking pink fuck.
Yeah, probably me too. And I will go with a happy smile on my face, bitches.
Horse tranquilizer. I had to explain that to my wife. She's like, why would anyone want to take a horse tranquilizer? I'm like, because I'm 1/8 the size of a fucking horse.
I'm 1/6, baby.
Oh, shit. All right.
Well, that Jobs on Dead Wire Live, or as we like to call it sometimes, Dead Pussy Wire Live.
Did Pussy Wildlife. Only when we're talking about Pussy Island, which, gosh, did it make it into the top anything this week?
Didn't make it to the top of me this week, I'll tell you that much.
No. Like, I read the synopsis for the movie, and I'm just kind of like, how the fuck did this get made? Oh, okay, because Zoe
have no
Kravitz
idea,
did it.
dude, to be honest.
It's like one of the worst fucking stories I've ever read. Like, this is stupid as shit. It really is. I don't know. Blink Twice, I think it's called now, not Pussy Island. So, but speaking Wink Twice. Speaking of Wank Twice, news starts going downhill from here, kids. The soundtrack to The Crow did infinitely better this week than The Crow did. It rose to number 1. I don't know how, but it beat out both Taylor Swift.
It's like get rid of the face of Post Malone.
I'm sorry. That's the last time I'll mention that joke. Okay, so The Crow.
Does it say The Crow needs to be number 2 on Spotify list on below his like left eye? I'm kidding.
I think it's like an Easter egg if you zoom in on it or something like that. But speaking of Crow soundtrack, I don't think there was an actual soundtrack to the movie. I think there's only like one hot musical number that Joe talked about, and it was like, okay. But they threw parties in New York and Los Angeles for the launch of the Crow. And I think that this probably did better than the actual movie did itself.
Probably. This is where it made all of its money for all the theaters nationwide, was in New York and LA, I'm betting.
Yes. But I was looking at these pictures, and it says an inside look. What movie is this? This is for The Crow. This is the new Crow movie. And I zoomed in on the picture just because I thought I noticed something, and I wasn't sure, and I wanted to be sure. Forgive me. I'm missing something. This is the picture that you saw before. I'm not joking. This is the like mega party that they had for The Crow. Not a single fucking woman in the house.
Well, you know, Kevin, we're awfully like, don't misjudge me, you little bitch.
I'm like, wait, that's the Blue Oyster Club. So yeah, like
YMCA.
Don't go there. I love that song. So, like, all kidding aside, The Crow made $4.6 million in its opening weekend. It had a budget of $50 million.
Yeah. Including marketing.
Mm-hmm. And that big ass party that you just saw at the Blue Oyster. Like,
which cost about $5 million, probably.
I would think so, yes. I would think so. Now, Proyas went out and said, he thought the movie was just a cynical cash grab. Turns out there was not that much cash to actually grab.
Well, they were grabbing at something, all right. It wasn't gash.
It wasn't gash.
It was gash.
I don't know.
Like, I said it. Kevin didn't. You can cancel me. That's fine.
The producer couldn't figure out why Alex Proyas was so fucking cynical about it. She thought it would make everybody proud.
God, this thing makes me want to fucking drink.
Meanwhile, the director says, I think a lot of people are very active online and not very active in life, and thinks that they should go out and get a life instead of just being online and complaining about the movie.
Maybe stop attacking the fucking audience that you want to attend your fucking movie and actually make a goddamn good fucking movie. This isn't rocket science. Nobody asked for this fucking movie. Get the fuck out of here, Rupert. Nobody gives a shit about your fucking crap movie. That's why nobody went and saw it. Don't blame the fucking audience because you made a shit-ass movie. Even Bill Skarsgård in an interview says, I'm not exactly sure I liked how this movie ended. And then Rupert comes right back around and says, oh, I went over several endings with Bill Skarsgård, and we all agreed on this one. Are you sure about that? you might want to keep your story straight, everybody, because shit like this does not make people want to see your goddamn fucking movie. So nobody asked for this shit. The only one we were all kind of remotely interested in was the one years ago with Jason Momoa that got canceled 3 days before it was supposed to start shooting. This one should have been canceled too. Nobody asked for this fucking shit.
The Momoa movie would have made money. I know Conan didn't, but The Crow would have. He's famous enough now that would have made enough money.
Well, and I've been following Momoa since he was like Ronan Dex in Stargate Atlantis. Props to anybody who's watching us. You know I'm a big sci-fi geek. I love my Stargate, and he was great. I've been following this dude since like fucking Stargate Atlantis. You know who I'm talking about if you've been following that long. Jason Momoa would have been pretty damn cool. None of us have seen any like real shots of that movie. They were in pre-production. They were getting ready to shoot the damn thing. If there was any movie I might have been remotely interested in, it would have been that one. As it is, compared to this particular movie, I will watch Wicked Prayer with Edward Furlong all day, every day for the rest of my life, as opposed to this bullshit of a fucking movie. What does that tell you? And I hate that goddamn movie. But at least it's a fucking Crow movie.
I would also like to point out that I didn't give her the urethra looking thing on her head. That's her own haircut.
I thought that was another Post Malone tattoo.
No. It's it looks like
sure
a
you
penis.
Didn't draw that on her head with his dick?
I did not.
You might want to get some rubbing alcohol, girl, and rub that shit off then, because that's probably not a good look.
It does look very phallic. That's my only comment about it. I don't have hair, so I can't judge people's haircuts per se, but mine doesn't look like a giant penis. Anyway. The Crow's dead. I don't think it's going to make its $50 million back in the theater.
No. Ever.
At this point, it's just making $10 million.
You need a new agent, bro.
Yeah. Stay the fuck away from these pictures, dude. Like, I think he's a fine actor. I don't dislike him.
Right.
I liked him
in it. I like him.
Yeah, I liked him in fucking John Wick 5 or 4.
4.
Yeah, 4. I still want.
And 5. He's like in It. You know, the two movies that were just recently remade, you know, from the old Stephen King story. And like, he's a good actor. But like, dude, you gotta get away from whoever your fucking agent is now. Like, dude, you're a great actor. You can do so much better than this shit. You saved all of your action for The Crow when you could have done it in fucking John Wick with Keanu.
Yeah.
You know you would have done a fucking better job with Keanu. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man. Fucking a fight between Keanu and Donnie and him. That would have been cool.
It would have been fucking rad. And he's physical enough. He can fucking do it.
Sure. I think so.
I don't know. Like, they kept pushing this movie forward and back so many times. It tells you Lionsgate did not have confidence. They just put this out, just get it fucking over with at this point.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I really think they're going with their Springtime for Hitler year with not putting out any money makers. Like, they're trying to get their insurance money this year.
Well, they're also putting out Megalopolis with Francis Ford Coppola. September, October-ish. I thought it was coming out later September, but that is one of their last movies of this year. Next year, we're going to be getting a Ballerina sequel, which I want to see, but we'll see if it's actually good or not.
Yeah, the Continental, I don't think was all that in a bag of chips, considering it was supposed to be in that same world.
I liked Mel in it. That was about the kind of extent of it, though.
I didn't get far enough to see Mel. I didn't get
Uncancel Mel, bitches. Uncancel Mel. And if you want to cancel us for saying that.
Is he in Megalopolis?
No, but he is in the Continental.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, speaking of cash cows and remakes that probably won't do anything.
La Bamba.
Of all the movies that's going to get a remake, why is La Bamba need to be one? And I don't mean that disrespectfully. Like, I was present for the filming. I got to meet Lou Diamond and plenty of the actors. My friend was in the movie. They filmed it in our town. I saw a screening of it at Luis Valdez's theater in San Juan Bautista. So, like, this was a very personal film to everybody in that community. And that's the way it gets for, like we talked about with Napoleon Dynamite, like everybody in that community kind of made it happen.
Right.
And I was really thinking, like, well, wow, it's like, did Luis sign off on this? And yes, he did. He signed off on this, and he's getting an executive producer role. So I'm guessing his grandchildren are going to be getting set for whatever. But I don't see this as being a movie that's going to do great.
Unless you're going to bring back LDP in some sort of, like, role. What's the fucking point? And he's a good enough actor. He can pick and choose his goddamn roles. And he has for a long time. His last great role was like Long Fucking Meyer, which is a great goddamn TV show. And I know people hate on it, but I liked Bats. I liked him in Stargate Universe. I liked him in Young Guns. I mean, I could go on and on and on with Lou Diamond fucking Phillips. Dude's a goddamn national treasure. Why are you fucking doing this? You're hitting a mine of, like, nostalgia that literally nobody is fucking asking for. This tells you that Hollywood is fucking bankrupt of ideas, that they're hitting up movies from, like, the fucking 80s and 90s about Richie Valens? Dude, what the fuck?
How many people, is there a mass audience today that's going to justify going and seeing a Richie Valens movie?
I mean, I will, but, like, ask anybody 20 years younger than us. Do they even fucking know who this guy is? The answer is probably fuck no.
That's the problem. And again, I say that with no disrespect, but that's the problem with making a reboot of a movie like La Bamba. No! It was very yeah. I don't know. It had a time, it had its place, and it was extremely successful for that time and place.
Yes.
I don't know if it's going to be able to do that again. I think remaking it is just going to be insulting to the original Lightning Strike. That's just me personally.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good, I will gladly eat my goddamn words. I have no faith in current Hollywood right now with this kind of stuff, though.
No, not at all. Especially when remake, reboot, reprocess, whatever.
None of it has worked.
Oh, hey. Momoa would make a good Lobo. Fuck yes.
Goddamn right. And that's probably what he's going to be doing in the DC going forward.
Yes, because it's not going to be Aquaman, but we do know he does have something working with James Gunn right now.
Yes. And he went crazy, like, when he had a meeting with James Gunn. He's like, yes, I get to do something I've always wanted to do. And I'm not going to say anything else. All right, bye, everybody.
Yeah, he's not missing Aquaman. When he's
going gaga like that, he's been pushing for, like, Lobo since he was in Stargate goddamn Atlantis. That's his favorite goddamn character. He looks the part. That's his part to lose, is in my opinion. He's going to be Lobo going forward. Question is when are we going to see that? We're not going to probably see it in Superman. My guess is we're going to see it in that Batman, the Brave and the Bold, or the Authority movie, which, God the fuck, why are we doing the Authority in this fucking universe at this point? That was a Wildcat fucking comic. What the fuck are we doing? I know DC bought it. I know that, but, like, I didn't mind that comic, but, like, it doesn't work for me. Give me Legion of Doom, baby.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I could work with that. I don't know. I'd like to see him in Superman, but again, Superman's going to be so full of characters that it's going to end up being
too many as it is.
Yeah, 40 cameos, which Gunn talked about so many movies like Deadpool and Wolverine having cameo porn. Dude's got 40 fucking cameos in his movie.
To his one comment about it, though, he has said when it comes to, like, you know, the Superman movie, all of these roles have an actual purpose and storyline point. They're not just in it just to be cameos. I'll believe it when I see it, though. You can speak all you want, Mr. Gunn. I'm totally on board with you. However,
Sure.
until I see the finished product and you actually do what you're saying you're doing, I'm not going to buy it until I see the finished product.
My thing is this, like, I agree with you. I stand with you on this one. Like, I have no faith in Hollywood, especially when it comes to Warner Brothers and making a good Superman movie. I haven't seen it happen since 1982. I think Superman 2 was probably the last really good Superman movie. But anyway,
it wasn't Superman 3 or 4, I'll tell you that.
No.
But Christopher Reeve, god damn it, he's my Superman.
Word. But anyway, like, I don't know. I just 0 pointed myself on that because I was like, I was thinking of the fucking not Metallo lady or Brainiac lady from Part 3.
Oh, the Brainiac ripoff amalgamation they did in Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. Oh,
yeah, that scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
I mean, I liked the movie as a kid. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you about that.
Sure.
As an adult, I look back at that and I'm like, what the fuck did I like that for?
What was wrong with me?
Yeah, like, seriously. I like Superman 4 too, even though they use his fucking hair to make, like, Nuclear Man.
That was funny, though. Just get clink.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so we got a little bit more on the cash grab scene. Going past the Bomba.
Grab.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go to the cash grab, James Gunn. I agree with you. I have no faith in Hollywood, but I have like so much faith in James Gunn because I've never seen him put out anything that I didn't like. So
he's a good director. He tends to go more into the sarcastic, dry wit kind of tone.
Yeah.
Superman doesn't have that tone. So it's like, are you going to be bringing Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad to Superman? If that's what you're doing, we're not really into that. Yeah. I mean, all the other characters around him can be like that. That's fine, as long as Superman stays as is. And from what I've heard about some of the Superman Legacy production, that's what they're aiming for. Whether they can execute it or not is another question. It's like Superman will be the Boy Scout of this whole freaking movie, and he's going to stand out amongst all these assholes. That's why they put Guy Gardner in there instead of anybody else for Green Lantern. And that's why they got all these other characters. They want them all to be like duplicitous, shady, and stupid motherfuckers. But Superman will be the beacon of light in this movie. And I know, as stupid as it fucking sounds, that actually might work. But it's got to be, it can't be good. I think it's going to be good. This movie has to be great. James Gunn, you have to nail this, or your whole fucking DC universe you've been working on is dead the second this hits theaters. This has to be one of the best Superman movies of all time. You have to nail this, or this is dead before it even gets to the second movie.
Yeah. So, but hold that thought, because we're going to come back to Superman, I promise.
I'll hold on to these huevos, bro.
Huevos. So, getting back down towards the more bad news with cash cows, the producers of the Blair Witch said no one
kill me already.
Yeah, I will. No one has seen the appropriate version or the correct version of the Blair Witch Project. Like,
I don't want to.
Yeah, it didn't look the way film is supposed to look. It was grainy. Like, they put out the wrong version of it or whatever. So they're re-releasing it to theaters. What the fuck? Yeah, they redid it to make it look like real film, and they're putting it back out in theaters. So This is what that's going to look like. This is the proper way to watch the
fucking
Blair
hate
Witch
this movie,
Project.
dude.
That is the proper version of the Blair Witch. If you're not watching this version, turn it off, go about your business. You're going to waste your time and probably make yourself sick. This is worth about 5 minutes of your time.
One of the hub versions, by the way.
The hubba versions, yes.
Suddenly the bonus points and interest has perked up, so to speak.
I thought you might like that.
I thought you were beautiful, you fucker. You know I hate fucking Blair Witch.
I know. It's because I love you.
This ain't a shtick, people. I legitimately hate that. I'll give it credit for like what it was trying to do, but it was a shit fucking movie and it was fucking horrible. And it spurned found footage, which has never put out a good goddamn found footage movie ever.
No, not really. Maybe like Diary of the Dead. I think that's the only one I've ever really liked.
Well, when you get to something like that, I can kind of get that a little bit, but like the only one of those movies back in the early eras I even remotely liked was St. Francisville Experiment. And that, if anybody watches this video, if you put down you've actually seen that movie and you liked it more than Blair Witch, I know I will not be the only goddamn person in this world that liked that movie, because I saw paranormal events, paranormal activities, I've seen all that bullshit. I saw that movie with Mila.
Resident Evil?
No, it was like a UFO story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I laughed at people in the theater that were screaming their heads off at this because I'm like, this is the stupidest shit ever. And I enjoy stupid ass movies, but these were just beyond that kind of scope for me. I'd rather watch an asylum movie off of Sci-Fi Channel. What does that tell you? I'll watch Atlantic Rim 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, instead of any of these found footage bullshits.
Bro. The worst found footage film I ever saw was probably Cloverfield. Like
that one's
I hated it so much, and I hated TJ Miller so much. Like I couldn't wait for him to fucking die.
Oh yeah, that's right, he was in it.
The people are all going to want to know how it all went down. No, they're not. No, they're
10
not.
Cloverfield Lane was a better fucking movie. Now, the third one after that, I still refuse to see that shit.
It's not my shtick.
No.
So, but well, screw all that shit. Going back to where we were with not Lionsgate. Is it Lionsgate? Yeah. Putting in their big year of flops and whatnot. Megalips went out and said that all the shit that's being talked about the movie, completely untrue. People trying to damage the film before it comes out. I think he's on that train. I think he's part of that bandwagon to fuck this movie before it comes out. I really do. And I say that because we also found out this week that John Voight and fucking Shia LaBeouf is in this movie too. And he did it on purpose. He wanted it to be a well-rounded cast.
Well, he wanted a cast that had been previously like canceled by Hollywood and blacklisted, and he wanted them on board because he did not want to have a typical Hollywood picture. And that's why he cast a lot of these characters and actors. Like he wanted people that Hollywood has like disillusioned and didn't really want around anymore. And let's be honest, all of them have talent. Voight has talent. Shia has talent. As nutty as they fucking are, they are very talented, and they still have a contribution they can make to the art and to filmmaking. Like they're still getting work beyond Francis Ford Coppola. Like this isn't Shia's last dance. He's been doing this for a few years now. He survived past Crystal Skull. He's doing all right. And Voight, well, he's still doing John Voight stuff. So you know, I see all this bullshit with Megalopolis, and you know, shit surrounds Francis Ford Coppola whenever he does a goddamn movie, and I know we'll probably talk about the trailer again. That was not his call. That was the trailer house that did that, and Lionsgate pulled their card on their asses and said, what the fuck are you doing? Even though I like the trailer and I like the stuff they were doing, it was fun. But like, I've met this guy before. He ain't like this shit at all. And he's a good goddamn filmmaker. And this is probably the last one he's doing. And he put all of his fucking money into this movie himself. No studio funded this fucking movie. He put all of his own money into this because he believed it. I'm going to support that. And I'm going to stand by this guy. And if you don't like it, doors over there, bitches.
I want to see it just to see how good of a performance Shia puts out, because I heard that Shia did exactly what Francis anticipated him doing and throwing a big ass fit and tried throwing his cock down on the table. And
Francis don't put up with that shit, even with his own nephew, Nicholas.
Francis has never put up with that shit. What people like Shia aren't old enough to fucking remember is Francis Ford Coppola beat the fuck out of Marlon Brando to make him fucking act right on The Godfather.
Yep.
Like, fist fight. Throw him out of his fucking trailer and fist fought his ass.
Because Mr. was super drunk half the time. And so, not to say Marlon did not have his like clout. Dude was a world-renowned actor. He had power, and Francis did not give a shit. And guess what? He came back for the second film.
Yeah. Was thankful to do so too. Mm-hmm. Like once he saw the performance in the movie, the way it was put out, and the performance that he put out due to Francis making him do shit that he didn't want to do, overact, you know, he was stunned. He felt stupid.
He's like, oh damn. You actually made me fucking money and made me
look good.
Notorious. Shit. All right. I'll come back for another one. Let's go. Back then you had to command respect, or you had to assert it. I mean, you can't do that these days, but like back then, you had to find a way to make your goddamn fucking movie. And Francis didn't do that shit on this movie, much to what reports have been. He's not throwing his dick around. He's not forcing himself on people. Like, fuck that bullshit. Show me some evidence. Maybe we can talk. But there's been no fucking proof. And the people who have talked about it have been like, well, it didn't really happen like that. Well, then how did it fucking happen? Or it didn't fucking happen.
That's what it is starting to look like, whether it be payouts to keep them quiet, or they just can't keep their fucking story straight because
bingo.
Yeah. Or if they say any more, they're going to realize that they're going to fucking be broke for the rest of their lives and in prison for fucking violating a non-disclosure agreement. But whatever.
This ain't Vince McMahon, so.
Vince.
Poop on the head.
I'll poop on the head and take a shower. All right. Happier news now. Happier news. Marvel news.
Happy, joy. Happy, joy.
So we've talked about the rumors that we've heard that they're just going to say Kang died on his spaceship at the end of Ant-Man 3 or 4, whatever the fuck it was. Newest rumors are suggesting that it's going to be Dr. Doom who's going to just like kill Kang and be done with it. And that's what's going to make Doom so instantly powerful and scary, is he comes in and kills Kang. I don't know how I feel about that. That sounds very insistent. Like if it just happens automatically. I don't know.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Sure.
This particular Twitter poster is sometimes right, most of the time wrong. So I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like this to be accurate because this would make the most sense.
True.
I have my doubts though.
And it would be
think Strange is going to show up at the end of Fantastic Four, and he's just going to do a Tony Stark thing of, I am Dr. Doom. Fuck you.
Yeah, but we need you anyway. Come on.
Yeah. But they're gonna wrap up that the Kang thing somehow because it's been too big of a story otherwise. Like it's been through the TV shows, it's been through the movies. I mean, Ant-Man fucking beat his ass. You don't have to go much further than that. You can just let it go. You just don't try and make sense of that shit any further than you need to. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, like because everything that it was supposed to bleed into, they stopped it. It was not in Deadpool and Wolverine. It's not going to be in Agatha anymore. Thank God. Like I really hope they keep Agatha just being straight supernatural. Keep the science out of it.
Sounds like they might be with Agatha.
I hope, because it was supposed to be Kang that wrote the Darkhold, and I'm kind of like,
I don't know about that.
Don't mix science and magic. Don't mix science and magic. And I know they tried that with Thor, saying it's just anyway. Speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, Ryan Reynolds released a video this week that showed a deleted scene that was not an Easter egg, but I guess should have been. Did you see this yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's not much to it. It's just the end of the battle. He's the only one left, and he looks up at the camera like this, and it ends that way. And they're saying Gambit is alive.
That's not what happens in the movie, though. But yeah.
No. Well, again, that's why they didn't have it as an Easter egg, because then they'd have to explain what happened to Blade. They'd have to explain what happened to Elektra.
All of them.
Yeah, with the exception of Laura, so who somehow managed to get out. We don't know.
Somehow they managed to return everybody.
Oh,
just
wait,
like
that's
Palpatine.
right. Daphne Keene signed that Disney contract. That's how she made it through to the holy timeline.
Sorry, Daphne, you can't put out a diss track now.
No. Diss track.
But I am gonna say this about the Gambit thing real quick. Like, I like Channing Tatum as the cameo and doing the bit role as Gambit. A whole movie with him, I'm not on board with. And Gambit is my favorite X-Men character. You hear for years like, oh, I'm a Wolverine guy, I'm a Gambit guy. I'm a Gambit guy. I'm not a Wolverine guy.
Who's that?
Channing Tatum, he was fine for the bit role. A whole movie, I cannot put up with that shit. Taylor Kitsch was fucking better in X-Men Origins Wolverine. And he was on the screen for like 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I cannot handle Channing Tatum doing that shit. I'm sorry. I know a lot of you like it. Hey, that's totally cool. It was fine for Deadpool and Wolverine. A whole fucking movie of that bullshit with him? Unless you got a smoking hot Jean Grey and a cast that'll make Channing Tatum look like he's a 2-bit community actor like he actually is, then fuck off. Give me a real goddamn Gambit movie, fuckers. Or get the fuck out of here. I ain't fucking interested in that shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, for this timeline,
he was fine in Deadpool and Wolverine.
For this timeline, it was great. It was funny. It was still action packed, but to have that joke, I can't understand him for like another 90 minutes, 2 hours in his own solo flick would get old fast. Yeah. Yep. So that's okay. I like it for what
Agatha time, baby.
Yeah, so here's the runtimes, the reported runtimes for the first 4 episodes of Agatha. And this looks...
Could be longer.
Could be much longer. Like, come on now, you guys. It's been getting... People have been bitching about this, like, since fucking... Gosh, She-Hulk, where, like, the times differed and changed and bounced back and forth. You're like, well, how long are we watching this week?
I'll show Catherine Hall longer.
Well... so
I know, get in line, Jeff.
I know this looks pretty typical. It's not the biggest news we could find, but it was. Have they said, is it going to be 6 or 8 episodes? That's the only.
I thought it was going to be 8, actually, because it's been finished for like a couple of years now. Okay. Unless they're cutting episodes out, I am not sure. But they did that with Echo. They cut out like 2 episodes of that. As far as like this show, I think they're going to largely leave it as is, because from what earlier reports are, this is actually a pretty decent show.
Mhm.
So you're going to get me on board with that. I know we've like done reactions before, and I've been like, but like honestly, when they're doing the serious moments before the reveal of, oh hey, you've been brainwashed by Wanda, you need to remember, it's like I was getting Swamp Thing vibes, like DC Swamp Thing with Derek Mears, the really good DC show that was canceled before it even freaking aired. And I'm like, you know what? That actually feels pretty cool. If they can actually keep that kind of sense of like horror, mystery, science fiction, magic, and witchcraft going for the whole series, and they don't get too goofy. And I know some of you are going to hate the word, I'm going to say it, but if this show gets a little too woke, like, it's going to kill it for me. It doesn't mean it's going to be. We don't know. Nobody has actually seen this whole fucking show. That's what would lose me particularly, but there is something here that could actually be fun from what I'm hearing, and I'd be on board for that. I'd actually be open to that.
Well, it's funny that you mention it.
Oh.
Joe Locke.
Twinkie time.
We're not allowed to say those words. We're not gay.
Maybe I should get some booze over here already.
Joe Locke wanted
this
to bulk
is water.
up. He like Emma Corrin was upset that they wanted to get personal trainers and they didn't get to. Joe unfortunately was told to stay small and Twinkie like, which for those of you who are not hateful at home, twink is something that you call a small, dainty, effeminate male homosexual. So in other words, it's frail and bitch like myself. Before I got fat
and got married.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I got married, got kids, got happy, got old, got fat, got bald. Otherwise, I used to be a nicey little handsome young man like him. But anyway, it's like I put Frankenfurter down there because all I could hear in my head was a weakling weighing 98 pounds will get sand in his face.
He looks like he'd be
the ground
more than like whatever character he's playing in this. And that's not even making a joke. It's like, this dude looks like he could actually play like a Peter Pan or even be in like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Like if they're going to do a remake, he looks like he would be okay as like the Tim Curry replacement in a modern update of Rocky Horror. Not that I'm watching to fucking do a remake of that, but like there is something to be said about a look like this and somebody of talent like this as an actor. And from what I understand, he's actually a pretty decent actor from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen much with him in it, but like from what I hear, like he's actually a decent actor who's kind of being pigeonholed in this show a little bit.
That's I what he says here is what I mean. They didn't tell him to actually stay Twinkie like, but they told him that in a very corporate way.
Roundabout way, yeah. They beat around the bush, everybody. And he had already manscaped it.
You know, Disney does shit like that. They do. And it sucks, but that's the role that they had in mind. And that's the role he signed up to play. So I'm sorry you didn't get your chance to bulk up and shit like that. You may have to do that on your own time. But I am excited to see him in this. I am excited to see this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to get stuck calling him Twinkie the Kid for the rest of my fucking life, and I'm sure I will because it's gonna get stuck in my head.
Twinkie the Kid.
I fucking love Twinkies. I'm sorry.
Greenfield.
Yes, God damn it. You want to see something cool?
Yes.
All right, then. That's something cool.
The Thing, baby. Although to me, and I've said this on other streams, this is Micro from Punisher season 1, everybody. And he will always be Micro to me, but like, this is dope. This reminds me of 94 Fantastic Four, which Some people will be like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? That shit was goofy and cheesy and terrible, but it was still the best Fantastic Four movie to date. This has got me, my eyes and ears are radar locked in on this, and I'm like, yeah, this could be all right.
Yeah. He looks as good as Chiklis there, probably better. Looks more comic accurate than Chiklis did, I think, with his eyebrows.
Chiklis was very good as the Thing.
Yeah, like he exuded so much emotion through his eyes, and you can't necessarily see that here, which is, again, okay.
They'll probably fix that in like post or something, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, my friend Mike said this looks Corman bad or Corman awful. I'm like, fuck you, it looks Corman awesome.
Goddamn right, bro. Fucking awesome.
So I'm excited. Like, the suit looks like the old cartoon from the Fantastic Four, the 90s cartoon. His face looks just like Jack Kirby drew it. And I think he's going to be fucking amazing.
I think so too.
And as he said in the first season of The Punisher, you know he's hung like a fucking moose. So,
damn right he is.
Thing or not, nobody's
blame on.
Well, that having been said, we do have Superman news. Oh, wait a second. Here's our Jimmy Olsen, our fiery redhead Jimmy Olsen, our first look at him. I'm not impressed. I don't know what I'm supposed to be impressed about. Like,
he looks just like Jimmy fucking Olsen, I guess.
Only without a camera. Like,
well, this looks like just like he was standing around on set and somebody was like, "Hey, smile, Jimmy."
Yeah, they're like, "Here's your first look." I'm like, okay.
No, seriously, like almost all of these like photos they've taken from Superman all look like they're like from journalists from like 20 yards away, or, "Hey, we're in between shots. Smile, dude."
Yeah,
what they all look like. None of these are actually finished production shots, so
no,
take these all with a grain of salt. Not that I'm saying like these are like fake or anything, but these are not likely from the fucking movie. Everybody, they're not from the fucking movie.
No, like this one here, this looks like they're in the green screen room or the blue screen room, whatever. Well, I don't know, but yeah, everything that they've shown so far has all been leaked images up until I think this particular shot. And James Gunn is the one leaking all the images, but still.
Of course. And to the nerdist of all fucking websites, of course.
Yeah, well. But the next thing they did with the Superman movie news this week is they actually did a little promotion and said something nice about Superman. They had a private screening for the core cast, and they were all just moved to goosebumps, basically, like saying that it is such a powerful movie to watch. And I want to
see this one, dude. I really do.
The only thing I could think to even compare it to would be the Mr. Rogers documentary, Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Yeah.
Like something where it's like, you just do want to watch it. It was something important from your childhood, and it's going to make you feel that child that you used to be. And the fact that he's sharing this with these young actors is really kind of cool, because they're getting a bit of a familiarity and respect, I think, for what came before them. And I think that's important. Because really, you're not playing Superman for the kids of today. You're playing Superman for the kids of yesterday still.
Well, and this is a very important story to tell. And I would love to show the trailer. We showed a little bit of one like a few weeks ago. HBO is fucking striking all these things, and Warner Brothers. So I want to play the goddamn thing. I saw it on another stream earlier this week, and they had to deal with a little bit of a strike and had to deal with that. Unfortunately, we're not going to do it here. However, if you see the most current trailer, if that doesn't choke you up and make you a little misty in the eyes, I don't know who the fuck you are. I don't want you as one of our fans. Because quite frankly, if this story doesn't move you, because Christopher Reeves is a fantastic actor and an even better fucking human being. And this is his goddamn story. And what happened to him was a total freak fucking accident. But he's a great person. And he keeps going. And he's got a great story to tell. It's very inspirational. He is super man. And this is well done. This is the first thing that the new DC Studios is putting out. I think this is a great move. It's going to instill some confidence. I'm not talking about like what we're getting after this, but like this is really good to see, and it should be in theaters, and we should all go see this freaking movie. Speak with your money. You want more stuff like this because there are other great stories too of other great actors. Christopher Reeve. This is documentary I want to fucking see, and all of us should see. If you are a fan of a good goddamn actor and human being, this is the one you want to fucking see.
Yeah. And I had to take this picture here because it had a quote from him saying, "Everyone's looking for a hero. I'm not a hero. That was just a role I played. I'm not that person."
He's even better than the role.
Yeah, he was better than Clark Kent in many ways. Like, could he stop bullets? No, but he opened doors for people. He helped people stand that can't stand. He gave voices to people that had no voices. And he, even 20 years after his death, 25 years, whatever it's been, still gives people hope to rise up. He is Superman.
Goddamn right he is. And I'm going to go see it. I hope everybody else gets a chance to go see it or check it out on VOD whenever it hits that platform, or however you want to see it. I already kind of I get this feeling in my bones. This is one of those movies you have to see.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to come to a theater locally near me just because I live in Redneck, Oregon.
I think I got to drive a little bit to go see it for me too, so we'll see.
Yeah,
but I am going to see it one way or another.
I don't know if this is going to be a movie I want to watch in public, dude. I'm going to be a great big blubbery bitch.
Yeah, I'd have to bring like a box of goddamn tissues, and that's not even 5 minutes into the goddamn movie because I know what happens to him.
I miss you.
Hey, Justin, what up, bro?
Hey. Oh, did I just take it down? Shit.
No, that.
ADD got the best of me. I was like, we'll add you later, sure.
Is that an alcohol I don't know, Justin? Just saying.
I want more booze. Anyway.
Speaking of alcohol.
We've been poking fun at it, so I figured, what the hell, let's put it up here.
Let's poke the bear, baby.
I couldn't help but notice they referred to this as the 4th installment.
It is considered the 4th.
Is that on the poster?
Yeah. I was like, I thought it was
him and his bodyguard. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, God, Mike. What are you doing, bro?
Making money.
Talk to Guillermo. Patch it up. Give me a Hellboy 3.
Patch it up.
The one with David Harbour and Mila. I'm sorry, bro. Like, that was a bad move.
Mila was in that one?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
I liked her in it. That's about the extent of it, though.
I didn't know she was in it. Otherwise, I would have made the effort.
Yeah.
So sorry. I love you still. So, yeah, that's the poster for Hellboy. It's meh. I'm more excited for this. This is our, again, first look for the evening. Jurassic Park Forever, Forgotten. Which one's this called? Jurassic Park 7? 6.
Something or other.
7.
I haven't paid attention since part 3. That's the last. That's the one and only one I've actually watched on theaters was Jurassic Park Part 3.
Oh my!
And I like that one. The rest of them I saw on home video, and I'm like, I'm good.
See, I wish I would have seen Jurassic World in the big screen because I liked that one.
I haven't actually seen any of these new ones, but Mahershala Ali is in this one.
Yeah, right. So, okay, here's the big reason I put this on there wasn't so much because Scarlett Johansson's hanging out in a bunch of fucking elephant grass, which is dangerous, by the way.
ScarJo. Mm-hmm.
But Mahershala, like we reported just a couple weeks ago, was that he was being eyeballed for this movie. Now, what was this going to do for Blade? Who fucking cares? Blade. He's already in this movie, and this movie's going to come out before Blade.
What does that tell you about the state of Disney and the Blade movie, everybody? Like, they've been working on Blade for how many years? And this one got announced, like, what, a year and a half ago? And they're already getting ready to line up for a release next fucking year.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be one of those cookie cutter movies where it's just like pump, get it out there, get it out there. So, I mean, hey, I don't expect the quality paycheck, to be yeah. Well, yeah, so does Scarlett Johansson. Like, it's not going to be a great film, but I don't think it's going to be a poor film either. But I don't think it's going to have the same fucking gravitas that Blade could have. That's what Disney's going to try to say, they're going to pump it out so fast it's going to be commercial and not that great. We want to put out something amazing. Well, you got to fucking work on that, man. Stop using the AI writing. Stop using your fucking focus groups to figure out what the studio wants to have in the picture. Let a writer and a director and a fucking lead actor fucking just like make a dope fucking flick. It worked
Blade
for Deadpool.
Is a vampire killer.
It worked
How
for
hard
Deadpool.
Is this shit?
Harder
this
than
is
hell.
Jurassic fucking Park. Dinosaurs versus humans. Done. I've been begging for a goddamn Dino Crisis goddamn movie for fucking years. Love those two games. I know they're fucking hokey as shit. Bad mechanics, but I fucking love those games. Well, you can fucking put out a goddamn movie. Fuck. Corman put out fucking dinosaur fucking movies. You can't
Carnosaur,
do a
dude.
Goddamn vampire hunter killing fucking vampires? Fucking shoot me already.
Dude, it's like Wesley Snipes says every week. They still can't figure out the secret sauce.
Like you said in Deadpool and Wolverine, there is only one and ever only will be one Blade. Give us fucking Blade 4, you fucks. And get the fuck out of here. Let Mahershala, pay his fucking contract off. Just cancel this shit. Give us Blade 4 and get it fucking over with. That's what we want. That's what everybody fucking wants. Just fucking get it over with. Jesus fucking Christ. This isn't fucking rocket science.
Yeah.
Blade gets me fucking hated, everybody. I'm sorry. I hated Blade Trinity. Don't get me fucking wrong. And they made a joke about that in the fucking Deadpool and Wolverine movie. But like, god damn it. Even Ryan wants fucking Blade 4 happening. We even did a fucking clip from our last live stream about that shit. He ain't wrong. None of us are wrong. We all fucking want it. Fucking give it to us and call it a day.
Kinda, yes.
Same like fucking Dracula. This is it. I'm sorry. I'll shut up now.
It's a very simple thing to do. Use some source material. No, that means they might have to go to the Midnight Suns. Ugh.
They might actually have to work, Justin. I don't know how to break it to you, bud.
Yeah, Disney doesn't seem to read their fucking source material much anymore. Like they haven't since phase 4. Like they're just like, we don't like that shit. Scrap it. Rewrite it. Retcon. That seems to be like more their Star Wars thing. But did I say Star Wars? It came out this week that Sigourney Weaver announced that she is going to be in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, which is its
of bullshit.
Yeah, which is its working title, the Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
They ain't gonna call it that. They'll call it something stupider than that. They'll just call it Grogu.
I don't know. Like, I'm really curious. Like, just call it the Mandalorian. That's all you need to call it. Or maybe
call it what it was originally supposed to be. Boba fucking Fett.
Well, yeah, right.
The whole show was supposed to be based off of the whole goddamn original Boba Fett goddamn fucking movie script they made like years ago. Then they co-opted that into the Mandalorian. Then they gave us the book of fucking Boba Fett. And they shit the bed with that fucker. Season 3 of Mandalorian, I'm like, I'm out.
Yeah, but that Boba Fett character is pretty awesome on the Lego game, though. Not gonna lie.
Hey, dude, I love my Bounty Hunter fucking remake from Limited Run Games. That's fucking sick. I love that goddamn thing. Loved it when it was on PS2. One
Is
of my
that the
favorite
Jango
games
Fett
of all
game?
time. What's that?
Is that the Jango Fett game?
Yes.
I need to play that one still.
That's really good.
I skipped so many of the anyway. Hey, it was in the comics 10 months ago. That's why Sam
Damn it,
Wilson
Justin, quit ruining it.
That's why Sam is Captain America and Riri is fucking Iron Man. Anyway, but anyway, she says, I'm playing a role in The Mandalorian and Grogu. I got to meet Grogu for the first time the other day. It's like, stop patronizing.
With a hand up its ass? Nice.
I don't know if she had a hand up her ass for that. But she also went on in that same interview to talk about how in Aliens, she had no idea that Jim Cameron had the intention to bring so many guns onto the set. She doesn't like guns, and she was very opposed to it at first. And she said, I don't understand. What are these? And he says, they're guns. And he had to take her out back with the machine gun and let her fire it off a few times.
I like this story, actually.
And explained to her that you're not going out there hunting bloodthirsty all these aliens. You're having to protect yourself. And she's like,
and defend.
Oh, is that what these are for? And they're fun to shoot too? Fuck!
Oh my God, what a concept.
And what's this thing called a pen? Oh shit, I can actually use this to write a script. Ooh. Oh, there's a keyboard here. I could do that too.
Yeah, so it's
Water
like,
is wet, everybody.
that
Guns
interview
protect.
went from bad to dumb to worse. It's like, golly, I really like you, but stop talking. Stop.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
I have a feeling with the Mandalorian and Grogu, though, she's gonna be the same character she was in the Defenders, and she's just gonna phone it the fuck in like she did in the Defenders because it's just a paycheck.
or like Paul, same thing. But she was only in Paul for like a bit moment. So I mean, it was actually funny, but it was that same thing that happened in Defenders years later too.
Yeah.
So, but on to more sad Star Wars news. The Acolyte is not having any more luck this week, kids. Smilo Ren is not so happy. Again,
that helmet looks very sad, dude.
Not so happy, sis.
It needs a tear coming from its eye.
Little So their petition has reached 50,000 comments. No one still cares at all. It doesn't matter.
Petitions don't fucking work. Big shock, everybody. Some of us have been around since the internet started. Thank you, Al Gore, for starting the internet. Wink,
All
wink.
right.
But none of these petitions ever fucking work. Period. None of them work. What are you fucking doing? Nobody gives a shit.
Well, I don't think it's going to work even still. Even if it did work, the main character is like shooting herself in the foot every time she fucking talks to a reporter because it's always like, you know, it's the audience's fault. They're bigots. Star Wars fans are fucking nerd bigots.
Damn right, bitch.
Except for the short, small crowd that liked our show and supported us before they even saw what we were doing. You know, we appreciate you can't call your audience bigots and expect them to come watch you.
No.
That happened in fucking She-Hulk. People didn't like it. They didn't like having fucking the main character poke fun at comic book nerds. Bigoted, but comic book nerds. Steinberg here is calling everybody that doesn't like the show a fucking bigot. Anyway, like, are you laughing at Justin or laughing at me?
Both. I highlighted that comment and what you were saying at the same time, and I'm like, it's perfect.
I don't know. It's like every time she says bigots, you white trash motherfuckers, you straight fucking. It's like.
And vitriol. Don't forget the keywords, Kevin. We gotta yo. I Disney dudes. I lost the fucking script. We're bigots. We hate you. We're racist. You know. Shit.
None of that had anything to do with the quality of this fucking show. None of it.
Period. The show was just bad. Had nothing to do with like any of that bullshit.
I don't care.
You really
what her
think
fucking
any of us really have
sexuality
that
is.
kind of fucking power to cancel the show? Yo, fucking get off it.
Here's
Period.
what happened. There's a group of people that didn't fucking like the quality of this show. They may have watched the first episode or two, didn't care for it.
Right.
And the people that did like it said, well, if you don't like it, don't watch it. So they said, okay. And they didn't watch it. Not enough people watched it because they didn't fucking like it. That's how that worked.
And I honestly tried to watch this show. I didn't want to, but I didn't go in thinking like I'm going to hate this fucking thing. I'm like, it's a Star Wars show. A couple of the guys are watching this, like Skeets and Kevin, and like, all right. I'll give it a crack myself. I honestly sat there fucking bored out of my mind for a couple episodes. And then a third episode happened, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not even a hardcore Star Wars guy. Sure, I like the OG trilogy. I really like Andor and Rogue One. All right, sue me already. I can see the hate coming my way. Bring it, bitches. But I watched this, and I'm just like, the acting is bad. The writing is bad. The directing is bad. Everything is just bad. Manny Jacinto, I liked what he did. I did not like what they did with this character. He should have been a cool fucking ass villain. And he was fine. But they ended up shitting the bed with that in the last like 3 episodes. It's like, yo, what are you fucking doing with this story? None of you can keep your shit straight. And then you repurpose shit from the second episode until like the 6th episode? So why are we watching the same goddamn episode again?
Yeah.
They had no concept on how to produce and direct and actually shoot this fucking show. And I'm sorry, Amanda, as gorgeous as you are, you have no fucking talent. I'm not saying I'm an actor. I'm a shit actor. This is just me. Talking is me. I ain't doing diss tracks. I ain't doing none of that shit. Girl, you're not as good as you think you are. And you're trying your best to read the scripts for Disney when you should just be working on becoming a better actress. That's all you should be doing right now. Take other roles, work on your craft. You will get there. Nobody starts off like, I'm the greatest actress or actor in the world. But you're sitting there, you're braiding your hair, you're reading a goddamn cue card while you're high as a fucking kite, reading all the specific keywords about the fans had such a vitriol and they canceled this show because they're such bigots. Get off your fucking high horse. Nobody fucking did that. Nobody asked for this show to get canceled. They just asked, why did this show get even fucking made?
Kinda.
That's it. None of us have that kind of fucking power to cancel a goddamn show. So fuck off.
Not really.
We do our nostalgia TV shows. We are a channel that likes to review canceled TV shows. Do you ever hear us screaming about like this show is canceled because of the woke mob or any bullshit like that? We've been doing shows that go all the way back to the fucking 60s. None of that has ever happened. It doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work like that. Nobody watched this show. Nobody gave a shit about this show. Canceled, not renewed, whatever. The show was fucking canceled. End of story.
And it was a legitimate fucking waste of money. A ton of money just lit on fire. Like, I don't know how you decide to say, we're going to go outside camping for 3 months and you're wearing the cleanest fucking costume. Like the just got fucking unwrapped from cellophane.
And you get homesick in
Yeah,
what, 2 weeks? Like, what the fuck?
None of the characters, for the most part, were written well. Like, the droid was the most intriguing part, really. Yeah, the droid. No, I'm sorry, the little otter dude. He was cool.
Oh, pronoun beaver? Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I crashed it, Kevin.
I'm gonna go make up a pronoun beaver, whatever the fuck it means in my head, though.
I thought you had heard that before. Apparently not.
No.
Don't misgender me, bro.
That's right. That's right. Because she had to ask what it was. That's right. Now I remember. Oh, I'm such a
God.
I'm an otter bigot.
We're getting eyes from Justin.
Yeah, it was fun, a ton of fun to make fun of, Justin. Like once you got to the third episode is when my Mystery Science Theater genes really started kicking in. And it's like, start writing riffs on my notepad to fucking help me get through this fucking dumb shit. Because golly, when you got to the space witches, I was like, oh, I'm so bored.
The power of one.
That's not how Jedi work.
The power of many.
Jedi aren't that stupid.
It felt like something out of fucking Monty Python with that shit, honestly.
Yeah, kinda. With the ridiculousness of it, and like the one lady cackling just like randomly, like, shut up, Cheryl. Goddamn, I'm talking.
It was basically, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions.
The riddle 3.
And anybody who knows Monty Python knows exactly what the hell I'm talking about. My wife will be proud I even brought that up.
Red, no blue.
She loves that movie.
I don't trust anyone that doesn't.
Yeah.
So, but that was it for the Acolyte, and really, that's gonna be it for the Acolyte. All we're gonna be doing anytime we mention that shit is just like beating a dead horse, and I feel bad.
Yeah, we're done. Unless they provide the dead horse again, man. You gonna do another second diss track?
That was fucking funny. It really was. Like, that was the closest thing to watching like a live action drawn together that I've ever seen. She looked like Foxy Love doing that Fox Force 5 crashy smashy crash and die.
But it was in black and parody of that on like a show I like to watch, Friday Night Tights. They did a thing with like one of their co-hosts and or a couple of them with like Gary and like Ryan, and they did like Perry Chan did like an AI face over Amandla and some other characters, and they made a whole video about it. It was super fucking funny.
And see, the thing is like, had they gotten into a relationship with Amandla and Daphne Keene, that would have been interesting. That would have been more interesting to me than watching Daphne Keene get killed for no reason, like 4 episodes in.
Right.
Like, she got fridged for nothing. That was not interesting to me. That was a very famous person to just like randomly kill.
Like, good job.
And then they did that in the first episode too with Carrie Ann Moss. You're like, she's out. All right. But like I said,
she had a schedule to maintain, everybody.
Yeah, well, they wanted to fuck with you and make you. They wanted to make Amandla seem dangerous. Anyway,
she's dangerous, all right. She's in danger of canceling your next favorite show, everybody.
Not mine, because I don't watch new TV. Oh, wait,
damn right, bro.
However, there is a new show coming to Netflix that I want to see. call it a guilty pleasure, if you will. Real shit show. You mentioned Mr. McMahon coming September 25th.
You got no chance. Dun-dun-dun-dun. No chance in hell.
I'm gonna be all over this movie. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be 6 hours long.
I thought it was a series. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's 6 1-hour episodes, I think. And it's gonna have interviews prior to his fall. Or release, whichever release.
Wow.
Fun. Anyway, his Bow release. And then
Don't shit on that.
Stories afterwards. But it's like, I really like the Mr. McMahon documentary that he produced several years ago. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to differ. This is going to have all the juicy shit, like Vince, like making the plane stay on the tarmac until he got a chance to bang every single fucking flight attendant that was on that flight.
I thought that was Ric Flair.
No, Vince did it too, apparently.
Mm.
Yeah. That was coming back from Qatar, I think, or Iraq, someplace like that. But yeah, he was known for doing shit like that, and I cannot wait to hear all the hot goss, and that's all you could take that as, is just hot goss, because it's going to be wrestlers finally giving out their point of view now that they're not in danger of being killed by him or being buried
or any of that shit.
Yeah, or you're going to get wrestlers, they're going to get a chance to go up there and talk shit and make it sound like the truth, whether it be or not, you don't know.
Yeah.
So,
well, WWE Raw is moving to Netflix in January, and the fact that they've been working on this for a few years, and even after Vince had resigned both times or kicked out, however you want to look at that, this show is going to cover a little bit of that, and it's going to actually include stuff after that, how he got removed from his positions, and we will see how well it goes. I am definitely on board with checking this out. And because I'm a wrestling fan, I've been a wrestling fan since freaking 1982, since I was like freaking 5 years old. So I'm totally on board to check this out and see what's going on and see where it's going to go. And, once it hits January, I'll probably check out the first episode of Raw, and then we'll go from there. But those are like 3-hour slogs. Those are kind of tough for me. It needs to be 2 hours or less for me to really like enjoy a show. So we'll see.
Oh, but then you don't get all the good skits.
Can I fast forward?
Shit.
This was my problem many years ago when they went to 3 hours anyway. It's like, even WCW Nitro, when it was 3 hours, I was like, oh God, this is rough, bro. I kept bouncing between the channels.
I liked it. I was one of the few people that was kind of like, I'm down for this. Like 3 hours, it's an extra hour of shit us I don't want to watch that I can't. Anyway.
If you're not down with that, I got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Commercial break. Oh.
Change channel.
Click. I don't know. The only thing I'm really kind of hoping for with the move to Netflix is the rumor that Trips is removing the PG ban.
I kind of doubt it. I mean, they might alleviate some of that, but they're not going to go back to like fucking Attitude Era. Everybody that is just not fucking happening. It's just it's not happening.
Our society's not there.
No, we ain't been there since fucking 2000.
No, we
Anybody
haven't
thinking
had
we're going to
balls
go
in
back
America.
24 years to that bullshit? If we're going back 24 years for WWE, I want to go back 24 years for everything else in fucking Hollywood, when we actually got good fucking movies and good fucking TV shows. So that ain't fucking happening. It's just not happening.
The movies in the 90s were not good. I'm sorry.
They were better than they are now.
Some of them, yeah. Signs of the
I'm
Lambs.
saying. At least there was some wiggle room with creativity back then with writing and directing.
Yes.
And there was a very flourishing independent scene. At least
Oh,
there
sure.
is still an independent scene that's flourishing today, and we're getting some of those movies, but it's still a little bit of a rollout for that. We're still waiting for the independent scene for filmmaking to really resurge. I have a couple of buddies who are working on their own independent films. Christopher Moonlight Productions, you're out there, and one of my other buddies, Solomon, you're out there. I'll throw a link down below. Don't worry, guys. We're gonna get you some looks, but like, there's people out there working on these and totally support that. But we need more and more people to get out there and go do that, because fuck the Hollywood system, everybody. Really,
Kinda. Like, again, you don't want a focus group to tell you what your movie is going to need to include or what it can't include. Like, sorry, just fucking roll the dice. Let a director make a good ass picture. That's how we fucking have this rich history of cinema that is really not rich anymore. Like, even like you said, the movies that were good, that held a high standard, are no longer good. The MCU movies are like cheese, popcorn, cookie.
Yeah.
Caca. Anyway, that's my soapbox for that. I'll get off of that. On to other douchebag news. Jeremy Jackson, famous for playing Hobie, the child actor on Baywatch.
Oh, that was the Baywatch headline you were telling me about. Oh, okay. I didn't know, everybody. This is actually kind of news to me as we're going live here.
Admitted that in between takes, he would sneak into co-stars' trailers and smell their
Get a whiff, baby.
swimsuits. Oh,
Swimsuit, I'm sure it smelled like chlorine.
and that's just to kill the crabs. Anyway, but I'm sitting here reading this, and it's like, how many of those ladies did that kid get to go through, sniffing their chonies and shit like that? Like, is he
wild?
Is he HPV patient 0? Like, did he get that through his nose?
Is this how 28 days later started?
What's he infected with? Nasal crabs.
And it took 28 days for it to really take hold. Oh my God, it is how it started. Conspiracy theories have begun, everybody.
Most times,
tell me I'm wrong.
Underwear doesn't have sexual
These are swimsuits,
smells.
Kevin.
Even then,
Hey, let's go get our wives' swimsuits. Let's give them a sniff and see how well it works out for us.
My girl had nachos
Sniff
this
test. It smells like you got into the onion patch.
Jalapenos.
Pedro.
And then the biggest douchebag of them all made fucking news again this week by rebooting the show ER, but changing the title.
That's what this shit is? Oh God, no.
Yep. So Michael Crichton's widow is suing David Zaslav and Warner Brothers TV, or Warner Brothers Discovery TV, for the TV show The Pit, which is very much a continuation of ER, same characters and everything, just with a different name, and not paying Michael Crichton any royalties, or his estate any royalties. They were issued a warning. They were issued a public warning, and then I think they're going to get legally spanked next. So, but again, maybe that's part of his plan to fucking lose more money. Who knows?
This might be a reach for a settlement offer, is my kind of guess. Is like, there's probably already a pre-existing agreement. They just don't like the agreement anymore. That's kind of my guess. But like Noah Wiley, like, he's had a working relationship with Warner Brothers and TNT and TBS for years. He actually did their Falling Skies TV show on TNT, which I haven't seen that, but that's like an alien invasion show that actually ran like 5 years.
Did it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know much. I honestly don't know much about it. I never really got around to watching it. I was just more into other things at the time. But. I see that name, Noah Wiley, and I'm like, oh, the guy from Falling Skies, because he was in Falling Skies, and he was in ER for a long time. And it was weird that he did a sci-fi show, but it was so much more grounded in drama and reality for an alien invasion show that it kind of made the 4400 look a 4400 was a better show from what I understand. I haven't seen much of that show either, admittedly. But this was ahead of, like, say, The Walking Dead, where the drama was more on the human beings versus human beings than the zombies. They did the same thing with Fallen Skies, where the drama was more between humans than it was between them and the aliens.
Oh, we know how that shit goes.
Human beings suck.
War of the World Season 2.
I vote aliens.
Yeah. They're cooler anyway. And then the last little bit of news I had for the week, also coming in at not making any fucking money, Borderlands is now available to watch on streaming.
3 weeks, everybody. That's how long it lasted in theaters.
Yep.
I think Fall Guy technically lasted 3 days longer than this fucking movie did.
Yes, but it made $4 million or $2.4 million somehow. Like less than The Crow. And I'm really shocked by that because, again, The Fall Guy wasn't a bad movie from what I understand. Just nobody went to go see it.
I still want to, like, see that. Like, everybody I know that has seen that, including Robert from Crooked Table, one of our totally good buddies about that. He actually said it's a really fun movie. And between him and, like, several other people, I totally want to check it out. I just have a hard time spending like $25 on a movie I'm still, like, a little unsure about, because I grew up with the show, watching it with my dad when it first, not necessarily when it first aired, but it was on repeat quite a bit as a kid. So
yeah. It's my thing too, for the same reason. So it's like I do want to give it a shot, but I just haven't picked it up yet. I have it on streaming already. I just haven't watched it. Okay. Borderlands, I'm probably never going to watch. I have no desire.
Yeah, me neither. I've never played a Borderlands game. Eli Roth, dude, stick to horror. That's what you do best. Like, I don't know why you did this movie. Hopefully Sony, the check's all cleared. That's all I can say.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, maybe those streaming residuals go. But you know what has remained consistent for the last 6 weeks in the box office? Deadpool's been number one.
Number one.
For 6 weeks. Kudos to you. It's not the greatest movie of the fucking year, but it's going to be the most kick-ass movie of the year.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. So. Well, and there's... Oh.
What's that?
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
No.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of, like, movies, I do have a couple quick headlines for everybody before we check on out tonight, if you're willing to hang with me for just a tick longer, Kevin.
Yeah.
Coming out December 20th, we are going to have a video game movie, everybody. We're going to be going Sonic style.
Oh.
I need to get over to this screen. Let's go. Works. Twitter. God damn it. All right. And if we get clicked on this, thanks, Paramount. Fuck off. But we're doing this on Twitter and minimum.
Sonic, you finally found your family.
Try to keep up.
I know it hasn't always been easy, but you didn't change who you are in here.
Yeah, in my lungs.
You're a dick. Sonic, you...
So yeah, everybody, Sonic 3.
3.
You got any thoughts on that?
Not after the day I've had, no. Um,
Well, as somebody who's seen the first two, like I appreciate the fact they on the first one that when they released some of the initial footage, the initial Sonic design sucked, and they went back and they fixed it. They actually earned a bit of trust with like the fan base, and they gave us a design that worked. And the story was good. It was fun. The second one, maybe not as good, but it was still a fun, pretty okay movie. This one looks like it's a back to form of the first Sonic movie. And Jim Carrey, they got his crazy ass out of retirement for one more movie, and it's got Shadow. And he looks like super overpowered, and I'm totally down for seeing whatever kick assery we get out of this movie. So it's exciting. I'm looking forward to that. And then come Christmas, we're also going to be getting Nosferatu. So this might be one of the, I might be calling this one a little early, but this could be a zeitgeist kind of a thing where it's like a Sonic Nosferatu kind of a Oppenheimer and Barbie kind of dealio where something kind of clicks and it's like no Sonic sort of gimmick or something like that where you got to go see both of them. So
I guess I still need to see the first two. I was not a Sonic fan. I was always a Mario kid.
You might like the first one. The second one, to be honest, I'd be like, I think you'd like the first one more anyway.
I don't know. I'll try it at some point.
What I'm hearing is Christmas Prison, Jeff.
No, I already hate holidays.
I know you'd rather have something else anyway.
I like horror films for Christmas. I'll watch art instead.
You'd probably be down for Nosferatu, then, is what I'm thinking.
Yes, Nosferatu, from everything I've seen from that movie, looks so good. Like, really can't wait to see that.
Well, on a quick little thing, we've got a couple of minutes left here. Black Phone 2. So any of you Warner Brothers fans who were down with the very first Black Phone that had a very fun movie with it, if I would say so myself, I actually enjoyed that. My wife did as well. That is actually going to be starting shooting in November. That's a very exciting thing. I don't know how exactly a Black Phone 2 is going to go. It seemed like a pretty solitary story, basically totally like bottle. I don't know how we're doing a sequel. It kind of ended like perfectly, so I don't know why we're doing a second one. Probably because it made money. It's a rhetorical question, people. But on the last bit of news I got, we've been talking about the Pooniverse lately. There's been a brand new trailer for something coming out very soon, and I'm going to share that next. And then that's where we're going to end this stream. So if you're down for a little Pooniverse, everybody, Pooniverse time.
You're saying poon, and I'm still thinking about sniffing swimsuits.
Me too, bro.
Pooniverse.
When Timmy went missing.
Hello, Georgie.
Close to Neverland, and
Come to Neverland, young
take the
man.
children with him.
It's time to collect.
Oi, freak! You gonna pay for that?
No, I ain't gonna pay for that. Gotta take your life as payment.
Do you know what I have?
Don't worry about Michael. I'm going to take him to Neverland.
So if you need a hand,
I could use more than a hand. I could use a leg and an arm and your head.
Oh, now they stole this from Dirty Harry.
Wow.
Who wants to come to Neverland with me?
Marco.
hello.
Marco.
He's a condom.
Hello.
They are looking better.
Yeah, the budgets are getting better. The production values are getting way better. So that's going to be what's coming next. And then we're going to get into more of the Pooniverse with Bambi the Reckoning and some other fun goodness. Pinocchio Unstrung. Kevin, are you down for Monsters Assemble? Pooniverse, Monsters Assemble?
That I am actually down for. I still haven't seen the first Pooh movie, but I'm down to watch the second. I've heard the second one's much, much better than the first.
It is. It totally is. And that's without spoiling anything. Like, first one, it's all right. Second one, oh, that's where all the money went. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the first one walks.
And they
so
got
the second
serious
one
with that second one.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, see, I heard the first one was just gratuitous torture porn, so I was like, I don't need to see that. But then the second one had more of a budget and story to it, so I'm like, well, yeah, let's go see that. Just haven't yet, because
it's gonna be a fun rest of the year for horror. I'll tell you that much.
I think so, because it has been much of a year for anything else. Like the only two movies. Well, yeah, the only two movies I've really liked so far this year has been Ghostbusters and Deadpool. Otherwise, I'm like, nothing's really grabbed me yet. I still want to see Alien, but that's about it.
Alien Romulus was all right. As far as I'm concerned, probably Deadpool Wolverine's probably the best one I've seen so far. I am looking forward to Megalopolis, and I am looking forward to Terrifier 3 and Nosferatu. And beyond that, like, if any of these other movies end up being like any sort of decent, I'll be pretty pleased, but I don't have too many high expectations on some of them.
Yeah. Like I don't think Venom's going to be the movie I want it to be this year, but
I want that to be so goddamn good. We saw a trailer for that before Deadpool and Wolverine the other night, and Amy was like, "Is that a Venom movie?" The second it started, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's the Venom movie." And she's like, "Are you going to want to see that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know when though. I mean, the first two are fun. The first one's the better one. The second one's kind of with Carnage. I think they really screwed the pooch with how they did Carnage, but
they did Carnage wrong.
I'm kind of looking forward to part 3.
Yeah, there's monsters everywhere, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
If the special effects are as good as the first two, it can't lose. Really?
Nah. I will say though, the Alien Romulus movie is probably the best special effects movie I've seen this year. Like the practical and the special effects were like outstanding. Questions about the movie's overall plot and everything notwithstanding, it looked awesome.
That's cool.
I'd say it actually looked better than Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'm sorry if people disagree. There was a little too much CGI with Deadpool and Wolverine for good reason. Like there was a lot going on and they had to put some fucking money into like this, that, and the other. But like Alien Romulus looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, it had to. It all relied on practicality.
Pretty much.
Which, hooray, we like. That's, what we want.
Exactly. All right, Kevin, thank you for joining me on this round. You got anything left to say to anybody? Or do you want to just say goodnight? Or do you want to smell some swimsuits?
I'm good.
Oh, yeah, baby.
My girl had nachos.
She got into the onion patch. And on that note, thank you for joining us, everybody, on a Deadwire Live, where we go fucking nuts when nobody's around to keep us in check. Chad, Skeeter, the other Steve, who never wants to show up, but he does. We love you, buddy. We will see you all around on the next round. Please hit the like button down below. We're going to do our show moment here. So, hey, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell notifications. You can stay tuned to all of our video content. We got some September is fucking horror month, everybody. Friday the 13th is on tap. So stay tuned for all of that. And we will see you on the next